Hi Madison, this is Justin Smith, principal at Madison Jr. Senior High School. Just want to say thank you to my staff. You guys have done a great job this year. As a first year principal, I really appreciate the job that each and every one of you have done. I know we have some students that are going to be thanking you, but I just want to say thank you on behalf of the administrators. Thank you very much for the job you've done this year.
Coach Hogue, you rock. I'm going to miss you next year. You're the best teacher ever. Love you. Bye.
Hey Miss Sawyer, I just want to thank you for being an awesome coach and for an awesome teacher. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you.
Mr. Cundiff, easily, hands down, best teacher ever. His ties always, look good. And I'm surprised he didn't get the National Teacher Award because he's always on top of his game.
Why do you like Mr. Bartlett, Mikey?
Because he pushes the car.
Because he pushes the cart? What else does he do?
He does a good thing.
Thanks Mr. Adams for letting me keep stats and being like a big brother.
I love Miss Mefford. She teaches me so much and confuses me a lot. She's great.
I would just like to say thank you to Miss Krim for always helping me with post-secondary and being my mentor with that, and for letting me aid for her first period because it's awesome watching all of the kids, and I would just like to say thank you.
I'd like to thank Mr. Evik for being such a great global studies and current events teacher, and for being a sweet kicking coach during football season.
Thanks, Miss Moss, for putting in the extra effort.
Look. Coop! Thanks for being awesome and teaching me 7th grade science. Love you.
Thank you, Mrs. Wisman.
Thank you, Miss Wisman, for being a wonderful teacher. Go Blue!
Thank you, Miss Mason, for being a great choir teacher, and I love you.
Hi Miss Andrews. I just wanted to thank you for all that you've done for me this year. I know we've had our ups and downs, but it's been a good year, and I can't wait to what next year has to offer.
Alright, thank you Mr. Ripple for being the best teacher in Madison.
Thank you, Miss Brown, for being a great teacher this year. I've learned a lot.
Thank you, Mr. Smith.
Mrs. Markle is very smart, and she is always willing to work with a student if they need help.
Alright, Mr. Flagger's labs are the best.
Thank you, Mrs. Fox. As a student, we can't thank Joy enough for helping us with all of our technology problems. She's helped me numerous times fix my computer, and she's taught me stuff I didn't know.
Hi Ms. Sawyer, thank you for being a good math teacher, and thank you for always keeping the class interesting. There's never a dull moment in your class, ever.
Mr. Williams is really funny, and I feel like he's the best teacher in 8th grade.
Miss Lawrence is awesome. She's done a lot of things for me in the past. She's really cool, and I gave her a cupcake.
Thanks, Miss Conley, for being an awesome guidance counselor. I know we were both new this year, and we've been rooting for each other, so good job.
Thank you Mrs. Blair for everything I learned.
Miss McKee is a really nice teacher, and I think what we do in class is really fun. Before I got into her class, I didn't even know how to type. Now I do. It's kind of good, I guess.
Mr. Schulp has taught me a lot about English, and I've enjoyed having him as a teacher this year.
Coach Nance is a really good coach, and she's really fun to talk to.
Miss Brandon, in other words, I call her Connie. She's very nice. I walk in the office every day, and she makes my day. We're there, sitting there, joke around. I know she's a good worker. She's been here for a while, and she's a really good worker, and everyone around here loves her. That's Connie Brandon.
Thank you, Mrs. Klaber, for everything you've taught me. I've learned so much from you this year, and thanks again.
Thanks for everything, Mrs. Holston. Danke, Frau Kniff.
You taught me so much throughout the yearbook process, so thank you so much, Mrs. Russell.
Thank you, Miss Watson, for letting me chill out in the office until you kicked me out.
Thank you, Miss Haynes, for all that you do. I know we make you mad sometimes, but thank you.
Hey Mrs. Waits, I've really enjoyed getting to know you better this year, and I just wanted to thank you for everything that you've done, and I really enjoyed getting to spend time with you in the guidance office.
Thank you, Coach Smith, for just having me for 3 years and goofing around with me. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Hendricks, for letting me be a part of your classroom this year and letting me experience more than I could imagine through the books and through the experience you brought us.
Thank you, Miss Honor, for being an awesome teacher.
Thank you, Mr. Weaver. We really appreciate everything that you do, and you're the best.
Alright, I want to thank Mr. Kniff for being a great teacher.
Thank you for everything you've done for us in the past few years, Mr. Linney. We've learned so much and have had so many good times and just
gotten to know each other from extra help from freshman year and then up till this year, so thank you.
Thank you, Miss Wagner, for being my 7th grade language arts teacher. You've always been my favorite, and I just want to thank you.
Miss Brannon is very helpful, and we appreciate her for that. She's very motherly and nurturing if you're in need, and that's why we love her.
Mr. Brown, hi, how you doing? I have really appreciated you as a teacher. I've had you since 7th grade all the way through senior year. I'm a very fast typer. I've been very fortunate to have you every year. It's really benefited me being a student at Miami, being able to type. I can't tell you how many times I've procrastinated things, and having rec during Christmas time, I really appreciate you being so lenient and working with me, and I'm really going to be sad to graduate and leave your class. Thank you so much. Bye.
Hello. Thank you, Miss Daniels, for inspiring me to become a semi-professional banjo player. You know, that really hit hard. And also thank you for furthering my knowledge in physical science. You know, it was one of the highlights of my high school career. You're a great teacher.
Wisman, you've really made world studies fun.
I just want to say, Ms. Schultz, that you're pretty awesome. You're a pretty cool teacher. Thank you.
Thanks, Mrs. Foes, for keeping our school healthy.
Jenna, you're a very nice teacher and a very good cross-country coach, and I want to thank you for Teacher Appreciation Week.
Hey, Miss Robertson, thanks for being awesome.
Thank you, Mrs. Clipper.
Hey, this year for Teacher Appreciation Week, I'd like to say thank you for teaching me how to do different types of drawings, such as perspective and fading, so thank you.
Mrs. Brown, thank you for teaching me all I know now, and I do better at spelling.
Thank you, Mrs. McClure, for teaching us all about mechanical engineering, and we have a great time in your class.
Thank you, Mr. Stevens, for being an awesome athletic director, coordinating all of our events, and being the MC at so many student functions.
I want to thank Mrs. Donovan for putting up with me, especially this year. She's always been there for me this year, and I just want to thank her.